The cold shock of this video opens with an arresting revelation about how land matters in KwaZulu-Natal can ignite tension faster than political battles, and how one sudden declaration from the Zulu king instantly froze a rumor that had been spreading like wildfire across the Mkhwanazi clan. This unexpected moment sets the emotional tone, pulling viewers directly into the gravity of a situation where heritage, authority, and identity collided in a heartbeat. The T's-end payoff section follows immediately, laying out the journey viewers are about to embark on. They will discover why the Mkhwanazi clan became convinced their land had been partitioned without their knowledge, how whispers of this alleged division spread with astonishing speed, and what triggered the king to personally intervene rather than allowing his inner council to manage the crisis. The audience is subtly promised an unexpected revelation, that the real story beneath the rumor is far more complicated, and that one overlooked detail reshaped the meaning of the king's reassurance. The engagement spark emerges as a reflective challenge, inviting viewers to pause and consider the real meaning of power when a rumor can destabilize an entire community. The question becomes a mirror. What does genuine authority look like in a world where misinformation travels faster than royal decrees? This moment encourages the audience not only to watch, but to think, respond, and interact as they move deeper into the unfolding narrative. From here, the content transitions into a long-form, richly developed journey through 18 foundational insights and scenarios that will ultimately form the backbone of the full script. The story begins with the emotional complexity behind land disputes in traditional structures, exploring why such issues ignite even faster than formal political tensions. It then moves into the surprising timing and spread of the partition rumor itself, making clear how a simple misunderstanding became a community-wide alarm. This section expands into a vivid imagining of how the Mkhwanazi clan reacted when they woke to the belief that their ancestral identity had been carved apart without warning, followed by a reflective moment drawn from the memory of an elder who once explained how deeply land is tied to dignity, belonging, and generational continuity. As the outline progresses, the narrative examines the importance of verifying information before fear takes over, and questions what compelled King Mkhwanazi to personally address the clan, instead of issuing a statement through the traditional channels of his administration. The tone deepens as the viewer encounters two essential, often misunderstood details about how traditional authority functions, shifting their perception of why the king's response carried such significance. This is followed by a cinematic exploration of the gathering, where the king delivered his message, illustrating how the tension in the room dissolved the moment clarity replaced rumor. Exactly at the midpoint, the narrative makes space for a strategically placed call to action, seamlessly embedded within the emotional flow, encouraging viewers who appreciate detailed cultural analysis, leadership breakdowns, and contextual storytelling to become part of a growing community of engaged followers. The second half of the outline gains new energy, opening with a contemplation of how a single sentence from the king can wield generational influence, especially in context where historical memory remains a living force. The story next unpacks the dual role of traditional leadership, emphasizing its symbolic power while revealing the very real governance responsibilities the monarchy carries. It then moves into a textured depiction of the behind-the-scenes pressures that mount when rumors escalate, illuminating the invisible weight borne by the royal household. This leads into a reflective anecdote from a historian who explains how land shaped the rise and stability of the Zulu kingdom. The outline then turns toward the consequences of communication breakdowns within royal structures, revealing how even small gaps can create massive public confusion. From here, the narrative digs deeper into the question of who benefits when land rumors spread, hinting that misinformation is rarely accidental. Additional insight is offered through two lesser-known but essential facts about heritage boundaries, giving viewers information few outsiders possess. As the momentum builds, the story paints a vivid picture of the emotional moment when the Mkhwanazi community finally received clarity and reassurance. This is followed by a touching reflection on how quickly reassurance, when delivered with authority and empathy, can prevent generational distrust and preserve unity. The outline concludes its core body with a final lesson drawn from the king's intervention, distilling what every community can learn about leadership, patience, and responsible communication in times of uncertainty. The wrap-up gracefully gathers the key thematic threads: truth, stability, heritage, authority, and delivers a smooth transition into the end-screen moment, offering a compelling hint at the next episode, which will explore unresolved challenges within traditional governance. Finally, the outline ends with the required universal disclaimer, a reminder that the content is not professional advice and that viewers should seek qualified guidance where necessary.